Average marks obtained. How many marks did Pramit obtained in biology? The average marks obtained by Pramit in 4 subjects are 70. Using that information, you will not get the answer. Second one, the average marks obtained by Pramit in Hindi and physics are 77, and the average marks obtained by him in chemistry and biology are 63. So using that information also, you cannot get the answer. So if you want to get the answer for this question, that is marks obtained by him in biology, you need to know marks obtained by him in Hindi, physics, chemistry, or the average in those 3 subjects. Then you can get your answer. That is not there, so answer cannot be. You will not get the answer for this. 47. What is the 2-digit number? The sum of the 2 digits is 9. If 27 is subtracted from the number, its numbers are interchanged. So, when you subtract 27, here we have 3 9s. Difference of original number obtained by changing the digits will always be 9 multiple. 9 multiple of what? X minus y, difference between these 2 digits. They said 27 is subtracted from the original number. So number obtained will be in the ratio, will be in such that digits were interchanged. So as 27 will have 3 9s, difference between number in units place and tens place will be equal to 3. Sum of numbers is 9, difference is 3. You can form 2 numbers, 36 and then 63. Will you get answer from first one? Yes. If you subtract 27 from this, then you will get 36. But if you subtract 27 from this number, you will get 09. So this is not possible. So using first answer itself, you can get your answer. Next, the products of the 2 digits of the number is 18. Using only 2, will you get answer? No. 2 into 9 is 18. That is possible. 3 into 6 is possible. So your number can be 29 or 92 or 36 or 63, whatever it is. So 2 alone is not sufficient. Using 1 alone, you will get the answer. Next, 48. What is the speed of the boat in downstream? In the sense, we are asked about downstream speed. Downstream speed is m plus s. The respective ratio between the speeds of the boat in still water and speed of the water current is 27:5. Man speed to stream speed is given as 27:5. Using this information, you cannot get your answer because you need to represent answer in kilometer per hour. You need to have speed, which is not given. 1 alone is not sufficient. Next, the boat can cover 44 kilometers upstream in 4 hours. Upstream, m minus s. In 4 hours, if it can cover 44 kilometers, in 1 hour it will cover 11 kilometers. So upstream speed is 11 kilometer per hour, which is m minus s. In terms of number of parts, that is equal to 22 parts. But you are asked about downstream speed, which is m plus s. M plus s in the sense 32 parts. If 22 parts is equal to something, 32 parts is equal to how much? Will you get answer or not? Using 1 and 2, we can get the answer. So both are required. 49. What is the volume of the cylindrical drum? Volume. Pi r square h. You are asked about volume, that is pi r square h. To answer this question, you need to know individual values of radius and height, or product of radius and height, whatever it is. Now let's see this. The sum of height and radius of the cylindrical drum is 18. R plus h is equal to 18. And its curved surface area is 484 meters square meters. Curved surface area 2 pi r h. 2 pi r h is given as 484. And from this pi is 22/7. 22 2 times 44. 44 is 11 times here. Radius into height is 11 into 7. 7 goes to right hand side, right? So from this, can we get individual values of radius and height? What is value of r? What is value of r? Come on. R plus h is 18. Anyway, 7 plus 11 is equal to 18. But I want individual values for radius and height. Can you get your answer? No. It can be 7 or 11. And if it is rectangle, we have length into breadth is equal to something. Say for example 7 into 11. Using this, can you get length and breadth values, individual values? If it is rectangle, the same condition I have. I have rectangle, sum of length and breadth is 18, product is 7 into 11. Will you get answer for length and breadth values? Yes, we will get it. Here for rectangle, length should always be more than breadth. That is the condition that we have. So here there is no question of 7 for length. Length should always be definitely more than breadth. So length will be 7 and breadth will be, length is 7, breadth is, length is 11, breadth is 7. This is perfect. But here for radius and height, do we have any condition for circular cylinder? No. So both are possible. Radius of this can be 7 and 11. And that too we need to have square. That is not simple product of radius and height. We need square of radius and into height. Individual values are not possible at all. So one alone is not sufficient. Now let's go for second one. Second information. What does it say? The diameter of the cylindrical drum is 3 meters more than its height. Diameter is 3 meters more than its height. And its curved surface area is 484. Same. Radius into height. We got it as 11 into 7. We got it as 11 into 7. The previous step only, right? From this, can you get radius and height individual values? Yes or no? Yes. Radius is 7. Height is 11. Use this condition. Diameter should be 3 meters more than its height. If diameter is 11, if radius is 11, diameter becomes 22. And 22 is not 7 plus 3. So you cannot take radius as 11. And if you treat radius as 7, diameter becomes 14. 14 is 11 plus 3. Satisfied. So radius is 7, height is 11. You can give conclusion here. So 2 alone is sufficient to give your answer. But not 1 alone. Once you have radius and height values, you can get volume. 58th. Gopal invested same amount of money in scheme A and scheme B for 2 years. Both the schemes offer same rate of interest. The only difference in scheme A, is scheme A offers simple interest and scheme B offers compound interest. This is given for how many years? 2 years. Principles are same in scheme A and scheme B. But scheme A offers simple interest and scheme B offers compound interest. And this is given for 2 years. Principle is same. What is the rate of interest % per annum of scheme A or scheme B? As both are having same rate of interest, it is enough to calculate rate of interest in scheme A or in scheme B. That's what you are asked about. Now, first one. The interest earned by Gopal from scheme B is 61.44 more than the interest earned by him from scheme A. From this, will you get answer? Is 1 alone sufficient? Yes or no? Using 1 alone also we can get the answer, provided if you have one more information. What is that? Principle. If you are given principle, then using 1 alone condition itself we can get the answer. Using 1 alone you can get the answer. But principle is not given. Hence 1 alone is not sufficient. If you are given principle, using 1 alone condition you can get the answer. But principle is not there, 1 alone is not sufficient. Next 2. The amount doubles itself in scheme A in 25 years. Is 2 alone sufficient? Yes. Principal is 100%, let's say. After 25 years it becomes doubles itself, in the sense 200%. Interest obtained in this case is 100%. In how many years? 25 years. Per year that is going to be 100% by 25, which is 4%. Rate of interest is 4%. 2 alone is sufficient, but not 1 alone. If you have principal, then using 1 alone also you can get the answer. Quantity 1. After striking the floor, a rubber ball rebounds to 3/5 of height from which it has fallen. Find the total distance that it travelled before coming to the rest. If it has been gently dropped from the height of 20 meters. You need to use geometric progression, I think. Sum of infinite terms in geometric progression, GP. n into 1 minus r something ఏదో ఉంది కదా అమ్మా a by 1 minus r sum of infinite terms in geometric progression. I don't know formula, but you have to use that concept. A by 1 minus r, 20 by 1 minus r, 3/5 height, 1 minus 3 by 5 is 2 by 5, 20 by 2 by 5 is 50. If it is a by 1 minus r, you will get 50 meters. అంతే కదా, height is 20, r value is 3 by 5, 1 minus 3 by 5 is 2 by 5, that is 50 meters. If your formula is right, then that is right answer, but I don't know formula. But you have to use sum of infinite terms in geometric progression, that's for sure. Correct ana idi? Right, aithe 50 meters, take it as granted. Quantity 1 is 50. Quantity 2, the Lucknow Indoor Express without its rake can go 24 kilometers in 1 hour. The speed diminishes by the quantity that varies as square root of the number of wagons attached. If it is known that with 4 wagons its speed is 20 km per hour, the greatest number of wagons with which the engine can just move is, right? Speed varies inversely proportional to number of wagons. Speed is inversely proportional to number of wagons, and that is given as square root of number of wagons. Square root of number of wagons, like you know bogies, number of bogies. Speed. Now let me take speed here, number of bogies here. Initially speed was 20 km per hour and number of wagons were, how many were there? 4 wagons. If speed is 20 km per hour, it varies inversely to square root of number of wagons. If you have, it is known that with 4 wagons, number of bogies are 4, its speed becomes 20 km per hour. They said inversely varies, so I am taking inversely proportional. Now we are asked about greatest number of wagons with which the engine can just move. Least speed can be 1 km per hour. And how many bogies you can have, and root x. As you are taking inverse variable here, you can go for cross multiplication. Under root 4 is 2. You need to calculate this. Go for cross multiplication. 20 by root x is equal to 1 by 2. Root x is equal to 40. X is equal to 40 square. 1600. Quantity 2 is more than quantity 1. Quantity 1 is only 50, right? Quantity 1 is 50. Second quantity is 40 square, which is more than that. Next 52. The ratio of speed of the bus to that of train is 15:27. Also, a car covered a distance of 720 kilometers in 9 hours. So, speed of the car becomes 720 by 9, which is 80 kilometer per hour. The speed of the bus is 3/4 of speed of the car. 3/4 of this number is 60. So, bus speed is 60 kilometer per hour. In terms of number of parts, bus speed is 15 parts. The speed of the bus is 3/4 of the car. How much distance will the train cover in 7 hours? Train speed is 27 parts is equal to how much? First of all, let me calculate train speed. 15 4 times, 27 4 times, which is 108 kilometer per hour. So train can cover 108 kilometers in 1 hour. But you're asked about distance covered by train in 7 hours. That is going to be 108 into 7. Keep it aside. Don't try to calculate it. This is quantity 1. Q1. Next, let me calculate quantity 2. The total expenses of a boarding house are partially fixed and partially varies inversely linearly with the number of what? Number of something. When there are 25 boarders and 600 rupees when there are 50 boarders. You need to have some information here. Something is missing. Like you have 600 rupees when there are 50 boarders. When you have 25 boarders, you need to have some number here. Something is missing. You need to have one more line over there. So leave this question. అక్కడ ఇంకొక ఎక్స్ట్రా లైన్ ఉండాలమ్మా. 53. In an election between two candidates, Bhikkhu get 65% of the total valid votes. If the total votes were 6,000, what is the number of valid votes that the other candidate gets? If 25% of the total valid votes declared as invalid. Out of 6,000 votes, 25% were invalid. So valid votes are 4,500 only. Out of 4,500 valid votes, first person Bhikkhu gets 65%, so other person will get 35%. You are asked about this number. 35% in the sense 35 by 100 into 4,500. 2 zeros cancel. Your answer is 35 into 45. Let me treat this number 40 minus 5 and this as 40 plus 5. A plus b into a minus b. 40 square minus 5 square. 1600 minus 25, 1575. So quantity 1 is 1575. Next, quantity 2. The cost of 13 kgs of sugar is 195. Cost of 17 kgs of rice is 544. Cost of 2 kgs of wheat is 336. What is the total cost of 21 kgs of sugar, 26 kgs of rice, 19 kgs of wheat? Now, quantity 2. How many kgs? 21 kgs of sugar, 26 kgs of rice, 19 kgs of wheat. Now, your information says 13 kg sugar costs 195. 1 kg sugar cost will be 195 by 13, that is 15. 195 by 13, 15. 21 into 15 will give you the cost of 21 kg sugar. And rice, 17 kg rice costing 544. 17 3 times 51, and then you have 34, which is 2 times. So total 32. 26 kg cost becomes 26 into 23. And next, 2 kg wheat 336. 1 kg wheat costs 168. This is what you need to calculate. 19 times of 168. This is near about 20 times, right? 10 times of this number 1680. 20 times 3360, right? And then from that you need to subtract 168. Even then, you'll get more than this, right? Yes or no? This is enough to answer your question. 19 times of 168 itself is more than this. You are done. Quantity 2 is more than quantity 1. (54). There are 4 friends. The average score of in unit test of first 3 is 15 and that of last 3 is 16. If the score of the last friend is 19, then the first friend's score is what percent of the total score of the last 3? Total score of the last 3. Fine. We have average for 3 members. First member, second member, third member, and last 3, second member, third member, and then fourth member. Average is given. Their average is 15 and last 3 average is 16. So here I can say first member is replaced with fourth member. And how many marks did fourth man got? Last person got 19 marks. If marks obtained by first person is also equals to 19. Marks obtained by first person and fourth person, if these two are same, then there won't be any change in their average. But with first person, average is less. So first person's marks are definitely less than 19 marks. Average decreased by how much? 1. For how many people? 3 people. So marks obtained by first person will be definitely less than 3 marks from 19, which is 16 marks. What is your question? Then first friend's score is what percent of the total score of the last 3? Average marks obtained by last 3 is 16. Total score is 48. Total score is 16 3 times, 48. 16 is what percent of 48, which is 1/3 I think. 16 by 48 into 100. 1 by 3, right? 1 by 3 in the sense, how much percent? 33. 1 by 3. So quantity 1 is 33 1 by 3. Q1 is 33 1 by 3. Next quantity 2. Shambhu buys rice at 10 rupees per kg and puts a price tag on it, so he has to earn a profit of 20%. So he is already getting 20% profit. However, his faulty balance shows 1000 grams when it is actually 800 grams. So in the sense, he is giving 800 grams instead of 1 kg. What is his actual gain percentage? He increased his price by 20%. So 1000 grams increases by 20% becomes 1200 grams. Out of 1200 he is giving 800 grams to customer, thereby gaining 400 grams. You asked about profit percent. Per 100 it is how much? 800 becomes half of it. 100 becomes half of 100, which is 50. So quantity 2 is 50. Quantity 2 is more than quantity 1. Next 55. 2 trains passes each other on parallel lines. One train is 100 meters long. When they are going in the same direction, the faster one takes 60 seconds to pass the other completely. If they are going in opposite direction, they pass each other completely in 10 seconds. Find the speed of the slower train in kilometer per hour. Okay. Now, if a train tries to cross another train, what is the distance travelled in that case? Train length 1 plus train length 2. If they are moving in same direction, relative speed becomes S1 minus S2. Speed becomes distance by time. If a train tries to cross another train, distance will be equal to train length 1 plus train length 2, which is 200. And the time taken in this particular case is 60 seconds. Meter second. If they are moving in opposite direction, relative speed becomes S1 plus S2. Distance will be same, that is 200 meters, but time taken is 10 seconds. You are asked about speed in kilometer per hour. Meter per second converts to kilometer per hour into 18 by 5. Right? Otherwise, you can do it later also. No issue. 0 0 cancel. 0 0 cancel, which is 20. You have S1 plus S2 and S1 minus S2. You are asked about slower train speed, which is S2. How will you get S2? Subtract first equation from second equation, then you will get 2S2, which is 20 minus 20 by 6. S2 is equal to half of this number. This becomes 100 by 6 meter per second, converts to kilometer per hour, 18 by 5. 6 3 times, 2 5 is 10, 10 0 gets cancelled. So quantity 1 is 30 kilometer per hour. Quantity 1 is 30 kilometer per hour. Next, second quantity. The respective ratio becomes between the percentages of Sohan, Sumit and Sarita is 6 is to 8 is to 10. If the average of their speed, average of their percentages is 20 years, then what would be the sum of ages of Mohan and Sumit together after 5 years? Right. In terms of number of parts, their ages are 6 parts, 8 parts, 10 parts. 6 parts, 8 parts, 10 parts. Average is 8 parts, which is given as 20 years. So 8 parts is equal to 20 years. You asked about sum of ages of Sohan and Sumit after 5 years. After 5 years, Sohan and Sumit, 6 parts, 8 parts. Total 14 parts. Need to calculate this. This is sum of percentages of Sohan and Sumit, but you are asked about after 5 years. For each person you need to add 5 years. Together you need to add 10 years. And this is your quantity 2. 8 parts itself is 20. Need to calculate 14 parts. That will be definitely more than 20. More than 20 plus 10. More than 30. Quantity 2 is more than quantity 1. Enough. Need not even calculate exact value. Just need to compare, right? Comparison is already done. (56 to 60). Paper cover. Come on, 56. The percentage of production of company R to production of company Q is the maximum in which year? Production of R with respect to production of Q in terms of percentage, Q by R into 100. Or else if the fraction is more, then percentage is more. Q by R into 100. Now, in 2003, Q is 50 and it is 70, 50 by 70. Fraction here is 5 by 7. And here it is 7 by 8. This is 5 by 7. The percentage of production of the company R to production of company Q is maximum in which year? Right. Of company R. Of comes in denominator part. And this is 7 by 9, 70 by 90, 7 by 9. And this is 8 by 70, 80 by 70, 8 by 7. This is 100 by 70, which is 10 by 7. You have combination, proper fractions and improper fractions. Proper fractions are less than improper fractions. Hence, these three cannot be your answers. Answer is either 8 by 7 or 10 by 7. Out of these two, denominators are same. Numerator is more here. So 10 by 7 is definitely more than 8 by 7. 2007 is final answer. Need not even calculate percentages. Next, 57. The ratio of average production of company P during the year 2005-7 to the average production of company Q for the same period is. You are asked about ratio P to Q. P to Q from 2005 to 2007. 2005 to 2007 in the sense you need to consider 2005 data, 6 data, 7 data. P 50, 100, 150, 150 plus 80, 230. 230. Look at your options first. There is only one second option, that's final. Look at your options. Your number, first number should be either 230 or factor of 230. 15 is not a factor. 23 is factor. 27 is not a factor. 9 is not a factor. 21 is not a factor. Only one option, that's final. Or else you need to calculate for Q also. I think you will get 250. You will get 250, I think. Next, third one. The percentage increase in production of Q from 2003 to 2007. Q in 2003 it is 50 and in 2007 we have 100. 50 increased by 50 and becomes 100. So increased by 100%. Next, the average production over the years from 2003 to 2007 was maximum for which company or companies? If sum is more, if total is more, average will be more. As simple as it is. Am I right? For P, I think we have already calculated it for 2005, 6, 7. For P, we have already calculated how much? 230. For Q, 250. For last 3. If you add first 2, then you will get for 5 years. P in 2003, 60. In 2004, 90. 60, 90, 150. 150 plus 230. 380. For 5 years together. Q in last 3 years, we got it as 250. First 2 years. 50 here, 70 here. 120. 120 plus 270. 250. 370. For R, we have to do it. 70, 80. 150. 150, 90. 240. 240, 70. 310. 310 plus 70. 380. So sum is more for P and R. So average will also be more. If sum is more, average will be more. For P and R together. Fourth option. Sixth one. The percentage rise or fall in the production of Q as compared to the previous year is maximum in the year. Percentage increase or percentage decrease should be maximum. For which company? For which one? Q. 50 increases to 70. Here we have 50. Here we have 70. And here also we have 70. And here we have 80. And here we have 100. This one cannot be your answer because there is no increase. 50 increases to 70. 2003 cannot be your answer first of all, because percentage increase or decrease depends on previous year data. In 2004 it becomes 70 from 50, increases by 20, which is 40%. In terms of percentage, which is 40%. In 2006 it becomes 80 from 70, increases by 10. 10 is not even 20% of this number. This cannot be your answer. In 2007 it becomes 100 from 80, increases by 20. 20 with respect to 80 is 25%. Here we have 40% and there it is 25%. Highest increase there in 2004. Next, 61 to 64. The cost of total production by 7 companies is 25 crores. Total we have 25 crores. First let me write this data. We have total 7 companies, A to G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Percentages: A 15%, B 11%, C 22%, D 8%, E 27%, F 5%, G 12%. And total value is 25 crores. Now one more table we have. This is ratio of production between items 1 and 2 and the percentage of profit earned from those two items together. Production, and the total cost is given as 25 crores. Companies, 7 companies, ratio of production item 1 to item 2, and then this is percentage of profit on item 1 and item 2 respectively. Now let me start the question. 61. What is the total profit earned by company G? Total profit earned by company G for items 1 and 2 together. Item G, this one. Total profit earned. Percentage of profit earned on first item is 30%, on second item it is 24%. On what? One part and then two parts. Total how many parts we have? 3 parts. And company G occupies 12% here. 12% of 25 or 25% of 12, one and the same. A percent of B or B percent of A, one and the same. 25% of 12, half and half. 25%, half of this number 6, again half 3. So 3 crores is divided into 3 parts. This is 1 part, 1 crore, 2 parts, 2 crores. On 1 crore you are getting 30% profit, which is 30 lakhs. And on 2 crores you are getting 24% profit. 24% of 2, 48 lakhs plus 30 lakhs. 48 plus 30, 78 lakhs. Your total profit is 78 lakhs. Next 62. What is the total of the profit earned by company B on production of item 1 and the profit earned by company A on the production of item 2? Company A, item 2, company B, item 1. We are just asked about profit in terms of lakhs. Right. How much profit you are getting in item 2, company A? 20%. 20% of what? Price of item 2. How many parts we have total? 5. Out of 5 parts, item 2 occupies 3 parts. So I can say, need to calculate 20% of 3/5 of 3 parts out of 5 parts among company A, which is 15%. 15% of what? 25 crores. This is what you need to calculate. Correct? 5 how many times? 3 times. 3 3s 9. 20% of 25 is 5, right? 20% of 25 is 5. 5 into 9, 45. Look at your options. Oh, wait. Sorry, we are not done. So far it is for company A only. We have to do it for second company also. For company A, total profit is 45 lakhs. And for company B, how many parts we have? 3 parts out of 5 parts. And what is the percentage profit here? 32%. So now you need to calculate 32% of 3/5 of B occupies 11%. 11% of 25. Earlier it was 20% of 3/5 of 15% of 25. I think you need to add these two numbers, right? Yes or no? Forget about individual value. I don't want to do it. 3/5 common here. 25 is also common here. Yes or no? That is also 3/5. This is also 3/5. So let me take 3/5 common. 5 how many times? 5 times. Here also 5 times. 15 common. Let me take 15 common. 20% of 15. 10% of this number is 1.5. 20% is 3%. Plus 15 common. 32% of 11. 32 10 times 320 plus 32. 352. 3.52%. Total, that is 6.52. 15 into 6.52%, or 6.52% of 15, or 15% of 6.52, one and the same. 10% plus half of it. 10% of this number, how much is that? 0.652. Half of this number, 0.326, 0.978 crores, 97.8 lakhs. We have considered 25 crores as it is number. So whatever you get, that will be in crores. 0.978 crores is equal to 97.8 lakhs. Or otherwise, separately you can calculate those two numbers and then you can add whatever it is. Next, 63. What is the total cost of production of item 1 by companies A and C together in crores of rupees? Item 1 for A and C. Item 1 for A and C. A, it is how many parts? 2 out of 5 parts. So that will be 2/5 of 15%. And item C, it is 4 parts out of 5 parts. 4 parts out of 5 parts among 22%. This is total percentage. This you will have to calculate it upon 25 crores. We will do that later. Or otherwise 25 crores and this much percentage. 3 how many times? Sorry, 5 how many times? 3 times. This is 88. Wait a minute. Don't go for cancellation. Take 5 common. 2 into 15, 30. 4 into 22, 88. 88 plus 30. 118. 118. 118% by 5 into 25. 5 how many times? 5 times. 118% of 5 or 5% of 118, one and the same. 10% of this number is 11.8. Half of that is 5.9 crores. 5.9 crores. Next, 64. The cost of production of item 1 by companies F is what percent of the cost of production of item 2 by company D? Item 1 company F, item 2 company D, and you need to calculate percentage here. F total how many parts we have? 5 parts. Percentage how much percent? 5%. 5 parts, 5%. 1 part, 1%. Item 1 F company, that is 1%. Item D, total how many parts we have? 8 parts. Item D what percentage? 8%. 1 part, 1%. 5 parts, 5%. Percentage cancel. 1 by 5, which is 20%. 1 by 5, done, 20%. Next, 65. The ratio between the base and height of the right angle triangle is 4:3 respectively, and the height hypotenuse is 10 centimeters. What is the area of the triangle? Right angle triangle, base and height given in the ratio 3:4. 4 parts, 3 parts. In that case, 4:3 or 3:4, whatever. Hypotenuse will be 5 parts, right? Yes or no? Pythagoras triplet. Right angle triangle, opposite side square plus adjacent side square will be equal to hypotenuse square. According to that concept, hypotenuse should be equal to 5 parts, and which is given as 10 centimeters. If 5 parts is 10, 4 parts becomes 8, 3 parts becomes 6. You are asked about area, half BH, half base into height. half into 8 into 6. 6 4 24. Right? So 24 square centimeters. Where are we? 24. Fifth option. Next. 66th one. The average of 3 odd numbers is 21. If the difference between the smallest and the largest of these numbers is 18, what is the third number? What is the third number? Can you get an answer? We have 3 numbers. Difference between these 2 numbers is 18. Sum of these 3 numbers is 63. If you subtract 18 from this number, you will have 45. Answer cannot be determined. You will not get the answer. You need to know second number. If you can calculate second number, then also answer cannot be determined. If you know second number, you can get your answer. See, sum of 3 numbers is 63. Difference between least number and largest number is 18. Let me subtract that 18. 45. Right? So, if this number is x, this becomes x plus 18. And you don't know this number y. We have subtracted 18 from this number. So 45 is 2x plus y is equal to 45. Because we have subtracted 18 from this number. You get 45. X plus y plus x. 2x plus y is equal to 45. You need to know y value. Then you can get your answer. Got it? Answer cannot be determined. Next, 67. A is 6 years older than B at present. So, difference between A's age and B's age is 6 years. The ratio of their ages after 6 years will be 5:4. So, after 6 years, their ages were in the ratio 5 parts and then 4 parts. What is difference here? That should be equal to 6 years, right? Because difference between any two persons' age in any particular age should be equal. At present, if A and B differs by 6 years, in any particular year difference of their ages should be equal to 6 years. మీ ఏజ్కి మీ బ్రదర్ ఏజ్కి ఇప్పుడు 2 years డిఫరెన్స్ అయితే ఎప్పుడైనా 2 years ఉండాల్సిందేగా. Likewise, difference age between A and B should be equal to 6 years. In terms of parts, it is 1 part, 6 years. B age is 4 parts, 24 years. We asked about B's present age. B will be 24 years after 6 years. Present it should be 18. Present age of B should be 18. Then only he will be 24 years after 6 years. Next, 68. 15% of 30% of 40% of a number is 9. 15% of 30% of 40% of a number is 9. What is the 2/5 of that number? 2/5. 2/5 in the sense 40% only, right? 2/5 in the sense 40%. It asked about 40%. So you need to take these two numbers that side. 15% of 30. What about 10% of this number? 10% is 3. 5% is 1.5. 15% is 4.5%. అర్థం కావట్లేదు. Take this symbol. 15 by 100. 30 by 100. 0, 0 cancel. 40% of x becomes 9 into 100 into 10, 1000 by 15 into 3, 45. 9 5 times, 5 200 times. 40% of the number is 200. It asks about 2/5 of the number. 2/5 of the number is 40%. The perimeter of rectangular field is 90 meters. 2 into L plus B is given. The ratio between breadth and height of the field is 1:2. So if 2 into L plus B is 90, L plus B is 45. L plus B is 45. Ratio is 1:2. 1 part and then 2 parts. Sum is 3 parts. So 3 parts is 45. Length is 2 parts. Breadth is 1 part. That is 30 and then 15. What is your question? What is the area of the rectangular field? Length into breadth. 30 into 15. 30 10 times 300. 35 times 150. 300 plus 150, 450 answer. Correct? '78. 12 women can complete a work in 18 days. 12 women can do it in 18 days. 16 men can do it in 9 days. In how many days will 6 men and 12 women can do the work? As you have 12 women here, keep it as it is. I want to have same number of days here. If 16 men can complete the work in 9 days, 8 men can complete the same work in 18 days. Number of days are same, so their efficiencies are same. 12 women efficiency will be equal to 8 men efficiency. In place of 12 women I can write 8 men. 6 men plus 8 men, 14 men. 14 men can do it in how many days? 8 men can do it in 18 days. 14 men can do it in how many days? X is equal to this much divided by 14. 4 times, 7 times. 18 fours. 18 double 36, double 72 by 7. 72 by 7, which is 10 2 by 7 days. Come on. 71 to 75. A square minus B square, right? A plus B into A minus B form. 16.83 plus 6.15. Sorry, 11.83 plus 6.15. 11 plus 6, 17. 0.83, near about 1. Total is 18. A plus B is 18 into A minus B. 11 minus 6, 5. 0.83 minus 0.15 is near about 0.5. So that is approximately 5.5 times. 18 5 times 90. 18 half times 9, 99. So that is total near about 100. Approximate. Plus 1221 plus 33. Add 33 here. 1254. Near about 1250. Or 1254 you can write, no issue at all. Divided by something is equal to 171. Plus 100 goes to right hand side, that becomes minus 100. You have 71. X goes to right hand side, 71 comes to left hand side. So x value is 1254 by 100, 71. 1254 by 71. Am I right? Yes or no? 10 times of this number, 710. 20 times of this number, 1420. You have less than that. Answer should be less than 20. How many options are there? Nearest number 20. Answer should be definitely less than 20, as that is not there. Nearest answer is 20. That's it. Right? Come on, next. This is near about 550. Divided by 0.05. Let me keep it aside. I am concentrating 550 divided by 0.05. I will write 0.05 as 5 by 100. Can I do that? Denominator and denominator comes to numerator. Divided by 5 I have. 5 how many times? 11 times. That is 11,000. This part is over. Plus 470 I have. 11,470 minus x goes to right hand side, that becomes plus, and this value 1 2 3 4 comes to left hand side, that becomes minus 1 2 3 4. That is 10,236 is equal to, let me write this number as 120 into x. X will be equal to divided by 120. 12 8 times 96. 128 times 9,600. Right? 128 times 80 times 9,600. You have more than that? Answer is more than 80. If it is 90 times, you need to add 10 times. 10 times of this number is 1200. If you add 1200 here, that becomes 10,800. But we have less than that. This is 80 times. This is 10 times. So answer is more than 80 times, but less than 90 times. Look at your options. 85. Right, let me write this number 115 into 16 divided by 4 plus 54.33, let me write 53, is equal to x plus 313. X plus only, right? Plus only. 4 how many times? 4 times. 115 into 4, 460. 460 plus 54, 514 is equal to x plus 313. X is equal to 514 minus 313, that is 201. Answer should be near about 200. Do you have 200? You have 201 itself. Fifth option. $74. Like you have 18 into 14 into 180 divided by 20. 20 how many times? 9 times. True? Let me write this number 16 plus 2, 16 minus 2, 16 square minus 2 square. 16 square, 256 minus 2 square, 4. 256 minus 4, 252 into 9. 10 times minus 1 time. 10 times minus 1 time. Instead of 252, subtract 300, add 48. Subtract 300, add 48. 2268. Second option. Done? You have no more cancellations, I think. Hardly you can go for cancellation with 2, 11 times, and this is 322. Cancellation with 7, huh? 7 how many times? 4 times, 28, 42, 6 times. That's it, right? 5 into 15, 75. Into 46. 11 into 13. 143. That's fine, no issue. Yeah, fourth option only. Cancellation, I am trying to verify it. . Yeah, cancellation with 75. 2 times will be 150. No, మరి అంత దారుణంగా వద్దులే. 75 times of this number. Take 100 times. Forget about this number. I want to take 75 times. Take 100 times. Make it half. You'll get 50 times. Again make it half. You'll get 25 times. Add those two numbers. 100 times of this number is 4600. 50 times is 2300. 25 times is 1150. So 75 times of this number is 3450. 3450 divided by 143. 10 times of this number 1430. 20 times of that number 2860. 30 times of that number 4290. 20 times is 2860. 30 times is 4290. But you have 3450. That is in between these two numbers. Answer should be in between 20 and 30. How many options are there? Only one. 24 final answer. Clear? 70, 60, 80, I think quadratic. You can do it, right?